What's up, folks? This is Wise Soul, Encore Radio Show. On this episode, we sat down with the sneaker god, J Tips. He's putting out a new project, Hypebeast 3. Y'all definitely want to fuck with that. So, listen to the interview. Make sure you follow J Tips on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at JAETIPS, J Tips. Follow the Encore Radio Show at Encore Radio Show. And
The views and comments expressed on the following radio program by its hosts and their guests do not necessarily reflect the views of...
It's not what you think. Let me buy you a drink. Let me buy you a house. Let me buy you a mink. I buy you the world, but that won't change what you think. When you hear I'm with bitches after I gave you a ring, I've been saving for something I thought that money could buy. But money don't change nothing, just fatten your lies. All these secrets I hide because I got too much pride. Sometimes I wanna just hide, sometimes I hope you just slide. You deserve something different, and I'm just like the rest. I'm the pain in your ass, and the pain in your chest. Yeah, love is a quest, and you love me to death.
anyway, we got J Tips in the building. So, J Tips is, first off, my shoe game is never on 1,000. But if my shoe game was to be on 1,000, and I really wanted to start flexing on y'all niggas, I would fuck with J Tips, son.
I'm your guy, man.
Yo, son, what's good, man? What's really good?
Can't complain, man. Chilling, man. Living.
Yo, not only is he living, but he's putting out a new project. Hypebeast 3 is on this way.
Yep.
Yo, what? First off, just real quick. What's the date for that? Tell you about what this date.
Hypebeast 3 is gonna be everywhere February 13th.
Yo, so first off, right before Valentine's Day.
Yeah, day before.
So strategically, why you chose that date?
To be honest, before I made the announcement, it might have got pushed back like 20 times.
Really?
Like I wanted to put it out in last year August. You know what I'm saying? I was playing with dates. Like
yeah.
Like how would I be able to be successful or have success? Because Hypebeast 2 came out last year in March. But,
yeah.
Every time
we talked during that time period too. Folks, go back and listen to that interview.
Yeah. Every time I wanted to put a date behind it, it wasn't something else I wanted to write. It was something else that I felt could complete it more. And after a while, when I was thinking of EP, it was just like, nah, I think I need like 4 more songs and then we could put it out. Nice.
So how much tracks we got on it now?
I'm 13.
13 tracks. Yo, that's my magic number, son. Anything after 13, I know I start to zone out. I start to zone out. Okay, cool. So we talked a little bit off mic, whatever, about the concept of the project. What are some songs, and what are some directions you went with it? So like one of the notes I put down here was like intimate, and I actually put in parentheses vulnerable. So talk to me about how like deeper this project is than any other project you put out thus far.
One of the most trusted critiques that I got from Hypebeast 2 was that it seemed like I was holding back. Like I've always been real, like I wear my emotions on my sleeves.
Yeah.
No matter how hard I may rap on some beats, you can always tell where my mind is when it comes to certain things. And when I went into writing, I just really was like, I don't want to hear that because that's noticeable. That this is just someone that's gonna bring it up to me, but there's probably a bunch of people that couldn't really connect because maybe they felt like I was holding something back. So when I went into writing, I just really I just tried to go all out. Like I even told my girl, like I was like, I'm gonna let you know some things before I record it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you know what I'm gonna say so your reaction isn't shocking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How much? I mean, like how much of your experiences since you started the trilogy? How much of your experiences added to who you are as a person, and obviously reflecting into your music?
Everything, to be honest. I feel like everything I go through is how I write. It's even been points where I would hear something and be like, yo, I want to put my pen to this beat ASAP. But I was like, you know what? I got this trip coming up. Let me write after I come back because, I feel like music is it's just like conversation. It's like what comes out is a reflection of what you put in. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going to write about kind of what you're going through, no matter which way you put it, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like everything that I've been through from, about to have a kid to raising a kid to, feeling like you're on the verge for a long time and, still just dancing on that line, all of that is in the music.
Yeah. One thing, I mean, I don't know if this is a shared experience, but for me, I'll be 29 this year. This be dating this shit now. I'll be 29 this year. I've been doing the show, be 4 years in March, right? I feel like this year more than any year, I've been like, you know what? I'm gonna do my show exactly the way I want to do my show, and if you fuck with it, you fuck with it, and if you don't, you just don't.
Yeah.
You know? Is that like where you are now?
120%. Like, it's something that it's hard to explain to people because people always gonna tell you, you know, don't give up. You know what I'm saying? Don't take steps back that you don't need to take. You know, it was a time where I wasn't happy putting the music out. Like, I'm happy, I'm excited when I'm writing it. I'm in love with the process of getting it mixed and mastered, and you know, even I'm excited with the title in it. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff makes me, you know, ecstatic, but putting it out is just so frustrating because you gotta deal with the politics of people telling you can't release on certain days. You gotta deal with the politics of trying to get people to you know, write. You asking people to write about it. You asking people to post it. You trying to get people's attention. If Beyonce puts a pregnancy picture up, you got to worry about, you know, maybe I shouldn't drop the song today.
Yeah, maybe.
You know,
not,
just a whole bunch of stuff went into it, and I just, you know, I was just like, you know what, that stuff is not making me happy. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather just put the music out and get 500 to 1,000 to 2,000 less views on my video or my song or whatever, but make it feel good. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to do what I wanted to do, and if that don't work, at least I could sleep at night.
Absolutely. Yo, side note, you still riding solo? It's still just J Tips on Team Tips right now?
Yeah, I'm still riding solo. I think that it's almost like the gift and the curse. Like, I think I just work past anybody's help. Like, I would love help, but I just feel like the people that would love to help me, they probably just see me as like they wouldn't be able to do much for me. Yeah. And, you know, it sucks, but you know, at the end of the day, you gotta stay positive about it.
Absolutely. Nah, listen, I also do another podcast called the POC Report, and I ask this question to them more, you know, because most of them people are entrepreneurs and stuff like that. And you are a fellow entrepreneur. How many hats do you wear? Not just as an artist, but even as the plug for sneakers, the plug for shoes, son. Like, how many individual hats do you wear? Like, social media, CEO.
Yeah, I think it's just 3 to me. I think I'm J Tips, the sneaker guy. I'm J Tips, the rapper, and then I'm J Tips, the probably family man. Most likely. And you know what's scary is that's really like Clark Kent and Superman, because sometimes I'm in certain environments and it's hard. I gotta turn into J Tips the musician, then I gotta turn into J Tips the people person that sells you shoes, and sometimes I'm the wrong person on the wrong day. It'd be a real music opportunity, but I'm still like chill, like, you know, especially when I sell sneakers to people that have something to do with music. Like, sometimes I would really just, it's almost like, oh, I didn't even know you. I never seen you talk this much. And I'd be like, yo, because when I'm J Tips the rapper, I'm anti-social.
Yo, nah, the crazy part about that is that I feel the same exact way. You know, I mean, actually, matter of fact, now I'm thinking about it, I'm still like an antisocial person in general. There are certain moments or regular moments, whatever, where I can be, you know, one-on-one with somebody or even with, you know, a couple people or whatever. But once you start adding the 10, 15, 20 people around me, I'm like, I start feeling claustrophobic. I'm like, yo, it's mad voices around me. I can't, Definitely. But yeah, definitely wearing a different side thing, whatever. That's super important because it really adds to who you are. If someone wants to come on Team Tips and they can't do half of what you can do, it's like, well, why are you even here? Yeah. You know, but I do get sometimes that, you know, having to not focus on sending out press releases, writing your own press release, then sending out press releases to people, hoping that they would post that. Like, you know, as a creative, being J Tips the artist, as a creative, you should be focusing just on your creative stuff or whatever, and, you know, leave the business stuff or whatever to someone else at some point. I can see that happening.
And, you know, the hardest part that even made me say, like, you know, it's something I really need to change, is you start to hear it in the music. You start to hear the resentment and, like, you know, F this site, F this writer, you know what I'm saying? these blogs, chicks, they think this. You know, you don't want to write about stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, my writing process is a lot of what I'm taking in. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm sending a press release to 800 emails and your open rate is 10%, you know what I'm saying? That sucks. And then that's just an open rate. Then you got like the 0.0, that's gonna click it. You know, it's frustrating still.
Definitely. I just found out I was using MailChimp for mad long. MailChimp now, if you have Gmail, it goes straight to that promo tab. So niggas don't even really see that shit in their inbox unless they have like their phone. I mean, they have their Gmail linked to their phone number. So
Yeah, but why would they even click? You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
Why would you click that?
You know, man. Anyway, so you know, you mentioned that like this with Hypebeast 3, this project is more so like explain to someone like who is J Tips. This is like is this like the final introduction?
Yeah, I think so. I think that on this one, I am who I am. I think this tape is like you're gonna get used to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you're gonna understand the most who I am.
Yeah.
I
think that I like trilogies. For people listening, if you are not familiar with, if you're now hearing J Tips for the first time, right, and you listen to Hypebeast 3, would you recommend someone listen to Hypebeast 3 first and then go back to 1 and 2, or go in order?
I'll probably tell them listen to 2, 3, and then 1 after, because I think 1 you'll understand how I got to 3.
Okay.
You know, on 1, you know, the reception was good. I like the way people reacted to it, but you know, you could feel like this with even your podcast, or you could feel like this with anything you do in life. You're gonna see what you needed to improve on.
Absolutely.
You know, when I made Hypebeast 1, I had a million ideas, and you know, I started to begin, you know, towards the release date, just sacrificing another one, and then you know, you start almost like just realizing that you're the only one chasing a date. Like you're the only one that's saying this needs to be out on this date and stuff. And the music wasn't as how I wanted it to sound. It wasn't, you know, maybe the order wasn't exactly how I said at first. Like I wasn't really trusting my gut so much. Yeah. And it was saying things that I said I needed to do that I didn't do, like merch wise and, you know, marketing wise. And, you know, I think with 2, I said, you know what, it's not coming out until it's what I said I wanted it to be on 1.
Yeah. All right, that's definitely definitely not just a confidence thing, but more so also an experience aspect as well. Yeah. You know, like I think people who are accustomed to you and knowing how you move, they know that merch come with your your projects. Merch come with your releases. So, what type of merch ideas do you have right now for Hypebeast 3?
Right now, I'm just working on like basic stuff, like the pins. You know,
pins are monumental, son. Yeah. I have my 2 in my drawer in my crib right now.
Yeah, and I got 1 for you right now.
Hey.
But yeah, just the pins, hoodies, shirts, hats. You know, just real basic stuff. Like nothing real cut and sew yet. Like I don't got no jeans, anything yet.
J Tips sweatpants matching your new sneakers.
It's just, you know, I just really think that it's dope to give something people they could hold.
Yeah. Nah, I interviewed I guess when this interview comes out, I interviewed Atari Jones last week, and basically what he was telling me was that the merch really, like, it's super important to an artist, you know, coming out right now. It's particularly with the fact that a lot of artists are indie, looking more so for distribution deals and actual deals, or what we're accustomed to, like deals now, right? And the merch it allows your fans to relate more to you, whatever. Every time they see, anytime I think of Pin now, especially Pin with a project, I'm thinking J Tips. Yeah, you know, every single time. Every time a Hypebeast comes out, I'm like, oh shit, a new Pin is dropping. You understand? Like, you know, it connects it more, you know. So I think that, especially, and also from a perspective of making money, you know, like you can sell your pins, you can sell your hats, whatever. You can flip that money back into producing more content.
And you know, like one thing, me being a reseller when I'm J Tips, the sneaker guy, is, you know, you got to notice the profit margin as well. Like a lot of people are real
CFO.
envious. Yeah, a lot of people are real envious of the whole sneaker game, but the profit margin is low. Like sometimes you got to dish out $400 to make $50. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when you selling your own stuff, like you getting it at wholesale, you getting all this stuff. Like think about it. Like why wait for somebody to put money in your pocket when you can do it just like that? Like I'm pretty sure every single artist is waiting for their fans are waiting for them to give them something that they can call their own. You know?
Yeah.
Saying I feel like you said, like every time you see a pen, you see something, it reminds you of J Tips, and that to me, that's the new way of somebody blasting your music out the car. That's the new way. Instead of somebody handing out CDs, you giving somebody something that they could put on, and that's your campaign right there.
Yeah. And just a side note, folks, please stop giving me CDs. I don't even, outside of the CD player in my car, I don't have a CD player. Like I actually don't have a physical CD player. You know what I would really appreciate? Niggas, give me a vinyl, B. You give me a vinyl, I would probably hang that shit up in the studio or something like that. I'm quite positive.
I want to make cassettes.
Hey, give me a cassette. I have a cassette player back there.
That's an actual like tape, like when you mix tape.
Don't give me no fucking CD, bro. I'm not with the shits no more. I'm really not. But yeah, so you've been a father now for, was it 2 years or 3 years?
Yeah, my son is gonna be 3 this year.
Jesus, son, yeah. My daughter turns 5 in April. I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? What happened? How we get here? But like 3 years in as a father, like how has that changed you as a person?
A lot. Like, I'm not really like the Throwback Thursday kind of person. But whenever I do stumble behind like old videos or old like phone clips or something, I don't even recognize that person. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't see that guy in the mirror and feel like that looks like me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's changed me so much. Like I've just grown with time, like wine. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just so wise that it's not even forced. Like, a lot of guys get real intelligent when they when it's time to get interviewed or something, you know what I'm saying? It's just, I can't really shake it. Like, even going into the music, sometimes I think, like, damn, like, I've grown so much that it's hard to be able to dumb it down at all. Like, just being a dad is everything to me, yo. Like, it's the number one thing, number one priority.
Yeah. You mentioned that a lot of your political views steps into your music, especially in this project now, right? So how I guess the best question is, from being a father, was that what got you more into politics, or is it the times that we're in, or a combination of both?
I would say being a father made me aware of my surroundings, but I feel like the times we're in, like this climate, is you can't really control what draws you in, you know what I'm saying? And it's really what we're going through, as Americans, as just the human race, you know what I'm saying? It's I can't control how much I want to educate myself, because I want to educate other people, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I've always wanted to be just like a teacher, and I can't really tell my son things, or I can't inform my peers of things if I don't know the truth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, then we just screaming at each other about opinions and stuff.
No, I definitely can agree to that. I find that I learn stuff, or I read more now, particularly about things that have happened even in the past, because history does repeat itself. I read more in the past just so that I could, if someone comes to me with and we have to have a conversation, I can get past all the talking points of, oh yeah, you don't like this because of your position, I like this because of my position. But okay, now how do we find the middle point? Because like there's something that that's really like your core issue with this, whatever, and let me see if I can address that. Because if you can address that, you can change someone's mind.
Yeah, I feel like the solutions to everything is really in our mind. It's just we gotta find it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and that's where I'm at. Like I want to get to the point where I know how to fix problems instead of just addressing them nonstop. Like, that's draining.
It's incredibly draining. Like, I've realized, it's very easy to find someone on Twitter to educate about some shit. Because, Twitter is a place where there's such a wide variety of people. Like, some people are like super duper woke, and some people are like blissfully ignorant. Yeah. And we're all like having a conversation on this one platform. Yeah. And at any moment you could like run into somebody and just be like, you tweeted some shit. It might even have been like an accident tweet or something that you said, but in a string of tweets or whatever, and people don't see that shit and they jump all over your conversation, you know. And like I've found that I've kind of shied away from those conversations now on Twitter, because it's like, yo, I could educate you in little short conversations like this more so than trying to educate you in 140 characters.
Yeah, Twitter's hard for me, yo. Like, I can't, you know, I go on Twitter and I want to express myself, you know what I'm saying? But Twitter to me is turned into like a big group chat.
Yeah,
like it's hard for you to jump into Twitter and not chime in with what you're seeing, you know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as you get on Twitter, if you see people talking about like some sneaker shit, or you see people talking some Trump shit, you see people talking some, you know, podcast drama or TV drama, it's really to the point where it's like I can stand on my own and not get no retweets, so I could chime into what they saying, and you know, you shouldn't be going for retweets. But like you said, it could just be an accident tweet, and you know, you just started up a big discussion, and it's hard to not always reply and all that type of shit.
You know, I've gotten very selective with my reply game, because like not everything deserves an answer. You know, like it's some people. I mean, even like the whole troll concept. You know, like you could like someone you could be dead ass about something, and someone that would troll you, and you answering them thinking that you trying to educate them. And niggas that just don't give a fuck. They just doing this shit for kicks and giggles. You know.
Yeah.
So it's weird, but. I'm gonna try and address this political shit without talking about Trump, not because I don't think he's like someone that needs to be discussed, but I feel like there's deeper conversation that can happen outside of, you know,
I feel you.
That fuckhead nigga ass. Anyway. So basically, right now, because of whom is in the White House, right, or who is in the White House, a lot of shit is happening in the political climate. You know, just hashtag no ban, no wall. Yeah. It was crazy that I ain't even like processed that hashtag until I used it again today. And it's like no ban regarding Muslims, no wall regarding Mexicans. It's really like a fucking war against two different people at the same time. Like what the fuck? Like I don't get it. And shit is Black History Month now. I ain't even addressed that shit in the beginning, but yeah, happy Black History Month to everybody tuning in right now. But I feel like we coming up at some point in time, like, you know, the White House, the administration itself is gonna have something to say about whether it's Black Lives Matter or how people are protesting or what.
It's like you sleeping in a trap house. You know the door's gonna get kicked in soon.
Son, this shit is stressing. You know, how have you like dealt with it as a like? How have you dealt with it from a self-care perspective for yourself? For your family, for your son?
It's tough to talk about, you know, on any level, personal conversations, off mic, anything, because a lot of times you want all the facts. You know, I'm the kind of person that I don't even like speaking about things unless I know enough to sound like I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. And it's like it's almost like it hurts. Like the more that comes out, you just start to feel worse. Like you're like, Jesus Christ, like how can this be happening? You know, like how can it just continue to be this domino effect? And like you said, like that's something that I think about every day, especially living in New York City. Like all the stuff that's going on, where all the stuff is happening, where you know you threaten in other countries, and you threaten
we got an X right on the map for New York, son. Like, come on,
we not gonna be able to turn on the TV and see what happened. It's always gonna happen to us. So it's tough to know that you could wake up and you be in the middle of another disaster. You know, especially living in New York City, it that scares me the most. Yeah. And it's tough. Like all that stuff you see on Twitter gonna come to life. Yeah.
What's crazy is
that's
that
tough
like,
to me.
I mean, like you see shit about like Aleppo. I think Aleppo's in like Libya, whatever. You see like war torn countries. You see like I think like they had like this coup in fucking Turkey sometime last year. You know, in Paris, mad shit happened last year. I mean, and even the year before that. You know, it's just like that could be right here at any point in time. Literally at any point in time. It's crazy because I had this conversation with my mom's like maybe 3 weeks ago or so, and I was like, yo, if something happened, we gonna go north. Like we're gonna get in the whip and we're gonna try and find a way to get north, because we're gonna have to have like an escape route. We shouldn't have to think about an escape route for whatever reason, you know, like whether some country try to bomb us or we, you know, I mean, shout out to Sinead for this, whatever. But yeah, steel beams don't burn. You understand? Like, you know, if it's some homegrown shit, like how it's a lot to deal with. It really is a lot to deal with, whatever. Like if you can tell us whatever, what song do you think you address the political climate in the most?
It's actually a song that I have out that's not on the tape. I have a song called Black America. And, you know, I talked about little things about, especially like I start the song off with like, picture me stressing over Sally Mae. When I got homies living lavish, they didn't graduate. When I got homies still dying in them alleyways. And I was like, I'm never going back to school and I won't hesitate. I was like, and then just, you know, just something like that. It takes me back to the point of, you know, we living in this world that we've been told that you got to do things a certain way. They've been controlling us since we were in kindergarten. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's tough for me to just ignore, you know, my upbringing, you know what I'm saying? Like I've been around things that made me question everything, and I was questioning things since I was 7, 8 years old. Yeah. Like your mother telling you you're not gonna do this, you're not gonna do that. You go to school, they telling you you're not gonna do this, you're not gonna do that, and then you see the opposite. You know what I'm saying? You see the opposite of the results. Like if you be bad, you know, you're not gonna see the reward. You see all the bad kids just come to school with the new Jordans on. Like what am I supposed to say? Yep. You know, and you know, in the song I just continued to say like my country don't love me. You know what I'm saying? Like and it's, you know, it's frustrating, yo. Even talking about it now, it brings up just the root of just feeling like, oh, like we would be gone if we wasn't born here. Like, yeah, this shit is rough, bro.
Oh man. All right, so you mentioned, you know, diving like as you got more and more involved in the project. You lost some of your hobbies. You fell off of some of your hobbies. So jigsaw puzzles. Yeah. Right? Yo, that shit is, I mean, I don't know, maybe it's me, but that shit like the weirdest thing, the weirdest hobby was on have. Like, how did you get into that?
It's, you know, when it came to writing the project, like I said, I was trying to open up a little bit more. Yeah. And, you know, when you're currently in a relationship, sometimes you got to hold your tongue. So I wanted to somehow articulate things the most creative way. Yeah. Without, you know, offending the person I'm with. You know, not sending out the wrong message. Like, even I keep bringing her up, but it could just be telling stories about my past. Like, I don't want to make her mad. I don't want to make, if I talk about certain situations with my friends, I don't want to make them mad. Yeah. So when it came to making the tape, you know, I did a lot of research on like exercises for your brain. And, wow. Okay. And jigsaw puzzles was like recommended on mad different lists that I've seen of just expanding your brain activity, and it helps your memory, and you know what I'm saying? So I just would, like, if I really, really wanted to write something, I'll just go I'll go to Kmart, Rite Aid, Dwayne Reed, and I'll just look for 500-piece puzzles, and I would go in until I finish it, and then I'll try to write again. Wow. And just to see if, you know, it helps me just my thoughts better a little bit.
Yo, nah, that's dead ass fire. Side note, do your goddamn Googles, cause you found that shit on Google. Come on, son. Anyway, but that's actually super fucking dope. Like, I feel like that's some shit. I as you were talking, I'm like, yo, this is dead ass like a convenience to run around the corner. I really could just go buy a jigsaw puzzle, cause my mind gets cluttered a lot, especially like now. You know, I have a lot of shit going on. My brain is just everywhere on a regular basis. I've been taking trips out of the city to like get away. And just like, you know, put the phone do not disturb, put the computer down, and just like get into my own head. You know, the jigsaw puzzle thing sounds crazy. Like that's dead dope. That's dead dope. Folks, go buy your jigsaw puzzles, yo. Co-signed by JTF.
Yeah, you gotta focus, yo. Like, it was points where I would get my mother involved, because, you know, my mom's, I don't live with my mom's, but my mom's lives, like, I live in like a family home. So it's like, even though I have my own apartment, like, all I gotta do is go downstairs for a plate. Yeah, same. You know, so my mom was like, she'll just every day see me copying these puzzles, and to be honest, like, the puzzle game is a little trash. Like, if you look at my collection, like, I'm doing puzzles of like fish, like cats. Like, I had gotten to it where I was like, you know, the best place for puzzles is really GameStop. Like, you go to GameStop, you could do like dope ass like Zelda pictures and shit like that. But then it's like everything else is trash. But my mom used to try, and I guess she just couldn't focus. Like no matter what, it was taking her 3 weeks, 4 weeks to just break ground a little bit. Like really just start making pieces connect.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm proud of myself because I was able to really focus in.
Yeah.
And sometimes get it done in 3 hours, 4 hours, and stuff like that.
That's crazy. Nah, yo, you should do like a J Tips like puzzle line, son. You could put sneakers on there and shit, whatever.
You might have just reminded me. I think that may be something that I throw in the merch because I definitely did see an ad for custom puzzles.
That I slit, son. I'm thinking, because I'm like, I don't have the space. I have space in like my house to do puzzles, but I'm not really like a sit on the floor nigga. But if we could put like a thing on the wall where I can just like stick the puzzle pieces to the wall, that would be fire.
That'd be fire. That was tough on me too, because you copying these puzzles and you don't know where the hell you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Like I had to even go to like because I live in like a mostly Jamaican neighborhood, and I wouldn't say like my neighborhood is poor, but people don't spend money in my neighborhood, so the economy's down. Like all the stores on my block are like, if it's not a barber shop or like a hair braiding spot or a patty shop, it's a discount store. It's 99, it's 3.99 stores on every block.
Yeah, that's like my neighborhood too.
Yes, and like I copped like this table that was like the perfect size, and I just sit there at my desk, you know what I'm saying? And I got enough space to do my puzzle and for a nice beverage or something. I got my little station.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. All right, so we're wrapping it up with like this. Let's talk about iTunes now. So the project has been done clearly for a while. You said you gotta wait 4 weeks you gotta put this shit up 4 weeks in advance for pre-order.
Yeah, what I do iTunes through TuneCore.
Okay.
Which is for people that's not familiar with TuneCore. TuneCore is like a distribution. It's usually what people would have had to go through like a label for, but it's like all in one. Like to be honest, you can sign up for publishing through the website. You could monetize your YouTube through the website. You can click and upload on your song for, I believe, like for a mixtape it was $39.99. You on I think 25 digital platforms, like streaming services like Tidal, Apple, Google Play, iTunes. And there is a difference between Apple Music and iTunes. I've been trying to break people down, like, because they like, I can't find it. Like, you got to go on iTunes. It's a different app in your phone, bro.
Yeah, that shit is weird. I don't like that they do that, but never mind. Keep going.
But yeah, so it's like basically everything, Amazon, all type of stuff, and TuneCore is definitely for the artists. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to go through the distribution, you should definitely do that, and you get paid. You're getting paid off streams. You're getting paid off buys and all that type of stuff, and you should definitely do it. But I guess they got to make sure people not jacking people's stuff, so it takes a little bit of time to go up.
Word. Is there like anything particular for people if they pre-order it and then they'll be getting?
Right now I'm doing a special where if I'm pretty a personable guy, so if you pre-order the tape, I tell people you send me the screenshot and like I'll mail you a pen for free.
That's what's up.
And actually the tape is on iTunes for cheaper than it will be the day it comes out. So right now it's I believe the pre-order's at $6.99.
Yeah.
And the tape when it drops, I think it's gonna be at $9.99 or $11.99. The price when it comes out is up to them. But I was able to dictate the pre-order price.
Dope.
Yeah.
Dope. All right, man. Yo, see, I want y'all to understand, son. This is a man of, and this is a man of intense professionalism. Y'all understand, son?
Thank you, man.
Yo, fuck with J Tips, son. At J Tips, JAETIPS. That's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
That's everything.
You on Snapchat too?
Yeah, I'm on everything. I'm J Tips on everything. Keep it easy.
Yo, see, folks, man of implicate professionalism, son. Anyway, this is the Encore Radio Show at Encore Radio Show. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. EncoreRadioShow.com. We are part of Indie Creative Network. Definitely follow them. 27 podcasts on the platform. They're all black and brown from 4 countries on the planet. Yo, fuck with it. It's the Encore Radio Show. We out.
Yeah.
This is an Indie Creative Network podcast. I did it.